Alrighty, he is here after a lot of weird goings-on from Toys R Us. The Legacy Dragonzord arrived today. Now, I placed an order for this a while back, and it took my order, I prepaid, and then about a week ago I got a, hey, it's in stock, we're going to ship it to you, and I'm like, great! And then I got a, hey, we can't send that to you as fast as we thought we could, so we're going to cancel your order. And I was like, okay. And then the next day I got, hey, your order's on the way. And it finally showed up today. So it's the right thing, and it showed up. That happened. I ordered something else on Toys R Us about a year or so ago, maybe a little longer than that, where the same thing happened. It was a pre-order, and I ordered it. Oh, maybe it was the, it may have actually been the Gold Ranger Morpher, or the Green Ranger Morpher. But I ordered something where it had the same process of, hey, your order's ready. Oh, wait, no, we're canceling it. Oh, no, wait, here it is on the way. And then it got here just fine. So, Toys R Us's weird website, however it works. But he showed up today, and it's a really nice box. Back up just a little bit here to show you off. Nice size Dragonzord box. Really cool. With, Secret of the Power Zords on the side. And some photos on the back with how he interacts with the Megazord. And the story about 5 ordinary teenagers in a couple of different languages. Inside the box itself is just what you expect from, like, most of the time, it feels like I'm getting a box from overseas with some new Sentai stuff in it, with a cardboard tray. You get the instruction sheet. And then inside, you get his drill tip. We'll check that out a little bit. His tail part. The weapon stand. A bag. The other 2 hands are attached. All 4 hands come detached. There's, like, straight hands and then some bendy hands there. And then, of course, the core of the Dragonzord itself, which is quite heavy. A lot of the die-cast is down in his feet, but quite a lot of it. It's a very hefty piece. So we go ahead. You do have to assemble him. Let's get them all snapped together here. Pop them apart, just like the, well, not like that. Pop the bottom apart. It feels like his waist piece. It feels like this waist piece is die-cast. The inside is not, but this outer die-cast piece is die-cast. The feet are die-cast. This is plastic right here. So you got die-cast feet and the die-cast waist plate, and at least the front of actually it may just be just the tip up here, but the front of the front half of the dragon shield is die-cast, which is nice. The head seems to just be a regular old head. So yeah, we pop them apart, and you got to get up here and get the. Now, when they first come, he doesn't have his hands attached, so it's a little difficult to get the hands out the first time. But once you have some hands attached, you're good to go. And again, you've got. I'm just going to leave these on for the review, but he does come with a set of. Just pop them off on this little joint, and he comes with a set of. Not articulated; they're soft rubber, but posed hands, like that you can just pop right on. Yeah, well. Hold this down first. There you go. Pop it right on. So you can see the difference between his flat hand and his curved hand. Now the curved hand doesn't really fit up in there very well, which is what the flat hands are for. And the flat hands are more evocative of the original toy anyway. So we'll leave those on, but you do have the option with the curved hand. So once you get those out, you can put the chest piece back in. No electronics this time around. It's just a standard just a piece of plastic here. All right, snap them back. Come on. There we go. Snap back together. Snap it all together. There we go. Dragonzord. And then we'll focus on him again. And then the tail, you have to take the drill tip and pop it onto the ball joint here. And the tail itself, it collapses together and is solid for the drill mode, but you can pull it out at all the joints. And it's got posability, which is really nice. And then it just plugs right in here to his butt. And it's Dragonzord. Aside from the tail, he has about the same posability as he did originally, and that is you can kind of move his hands a little bit. And his wrists, he can kind of do some kung fu chopping if you want, but not a whole lot of superposability here with him. I do have, let me get it here. Did I bring him? Oh, I thought I grabbed him, but apparently I did not. I thought I grabbed the Green Ranger SHF, but I did not, so. But anyway, more importantly than just having a Green Ranger figure art with him is here he is with the Legacy Megazord. This is the die-cast version. This should, since it's the same mold, this should work with the original plastic version. Although, again, he's very heavy. It might make him a little top-heavy with the non-die-cast version. Although, really only in the big combined Ultrazord mode, even though it's not quite the Ultrazord yet with that Titanus, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, so you can, just like on the old toy, you can pop these off. Pop it up. Yeah, it comes off too. Pop the mammoth off the back. Come on. Oh, yeah. Helps if I do all the steps right. And pop Triceratops and Saber-tooth Tiger off these guys. And pop them apart. Pull his chest piece out. Pop his tail. His tail piece all stays on one side, so it won't, even if you pop it apart, the tail will still stay attached. It doesn't rely on this joint to hold everything together, which is nice. Then again, collapse the tail so it's straight. You take this piece and you extend this out. It gives room for the drill to plug in there. And you just take it and snap it right in place in there. Open up this panel back here. Flip out a handle. Leave that open. And then you plug this piece into the bottom here. And he's got his giant, and it is giant, weapon here. Let me see if I can stand it up. There we go. Let's lean it up here, just to give you an idea of how tall it is next to the Dragonzord himself. And then Dragonzord, we flip his hands up into his body, bring his chest plates around, and snap them together in the front. Pop his head down, and then flip up these. He should lock into place. Like that. And what's nice, too, is he has the actual Dragon Caesar decals on him. The original American toy put some lightning bolts and give more Power Ranger-specific motif, and he's got this G-Ranger stuff on him, which is cool. But you can attach Saber-tooth Tiger and Mammoth to the limbs, or not Mammoth. I mean, we will get to Mammoth here in a minute, but Triceratops to the limbs. And then Mammoth attaches to the back just like he does on the other one. Just bring him in, snap his arms on, and you've got Dragon Megazord. This is always my favorite configuration, the Dragonzord with the limbs to make him the robot. I love that. And then you can put the handle in his hand. Put the thing on the thing. Everything is awesome. I've been watching that a lot lately, so sorry. But yeah, and there he is. Nice and huge with his giant weapon. Now, the weapon you pretty much have to just let stand there. It's heavy enough that he's not really capable of supporting it unassisted by the handle. He can hang on to it by the handle, but like it throws his weight so far off he can't stand. He keeps falling over, but he can actually keep a grip on it, which is surprising. But yeah. So yeah, that's like I said, it's gonna be hard to top that. It's really awesome. It's really heavy with all the die cast, but I really love this mode. It is a little the heaviness down here does like to pop his joints out of place. They don't latch as well as I would like, unless there's a secret I'm missing. Because I'm hearing it click into place when I lift it up and snap into place. But as soon as I lift it up, the weight of the Triceratops brings that knee joint loose. Again, when he's standing on your shelf, it's not going to be an issue, but it will. Just know that if you pick him up, his knees tend to flop a little bit. And of course, finally, if we just put the Megazord back together, I should have done this first, but ended on a high note, but oh well. Go ahead and put regular old Megazord back together. The instructions say to pop the chest plate off and fold the arms down while you're doing this, and you really don't need to do that. All you have to do is fold his arms down, fold the sides of his helmet back, like that. And then Dragonzord just splits all the way in half. Push his face back up into here. Flip these back up onto here, like this. And you snap this down over his head. And it should snap. You I gotta come around here. I'll pull this out and make sure it snaps down over his helmet here. There we go. Get it all the way down, and then this little tab right here flips down and plugs in where the dino tail did, and that holds him in place on the, oh, there we go. You do it like that. And then flip the tail up. And the tail kind of hooks in there to the clip to secure him on the back. Does he have a tab there? No. Okay. And then you put, this comes off, you just pop it back on. It is capable of attaching this without pulling it all apart while this is on, but why aren't you clipping? Here we go. No, you should. There's no reason you shouldn't just clip right in there, buddy. There we go. And then you fold these up. And you've got semi-Ultrazord there, which is basically just the Ultrazord wearing this. Now, obviously, you can give him this weapon if you want. It's a little harder to do. But this is the mode that he generally only went into this when he was also riding Titanus and controlling Titanus and making, because this would attach to Titanus and the tail would attach to Titanus. And they'd attack that way. Supposedly they're making a Titanus. It's not out yet, obviously, so this is all you get so far. But still, it's really nice. The Dragonzord itself, even if you don't have the Legacy Megazord, I highly recommend picking up the Dragonzord. He's a lot of fun, and I mean, just like nostalgiarific. I used to love watching this as a kid. Granted, I was in high school. My little brother was really the kid who watched it, and I kind of got by watching it with him. But just really, really nice, and it's nice to finally have the Megazord and the Dragonzord with all the original markings on them, as opposed to the Power Ranger specific markings. You can get repro labels now for your originals that restore all of the actual G-Ranger markings, but it's nice to have them all molded in and really nicely painted. Like I said, a lot of heft to it, especially all combined with all this die-cast. It's about 3 pounds. It's a pretty hefty toy, and it's really, really pretty cool. So there it is. There is the Legacy Dragonzord from Bandai. It should be showing up, if you ordered it through TRU.com, it should be showing up soonish. You should be getting shipping notices, and it'll probably start showing up in Toys R Us stores soon. Like I noticed like a lot of the Green Ranger Morphers, Green/White Ranger Morphers the other day. I saw like 12 of them at my local Toys R Us. So hopefully, even if you can't find him at first, keep an eye out. Hopefully this will also show up in those higher quantities like the Morpher has. But yeah, there it is, the Legacy Dragonzord from Bandai.